Welcome to the Daily Shortcut, my friends. My name is Dave Wood, your host, and thank you for tuning in to today's episode. I'm excited to be here and offer valuable insights today that will drastically increase the results that you're getting in your business. I've got to share something with you I saw a little while ago to illustrate how important this is. So I'm watching this sales video several months or so ago, and this guy in the video caught my attention because, frankly, this video was one of the most hilarious sales videos ever. So this guy in the video kept doing something I think you'll see in a moment was not, I repeat, not going to help him create the result that he wanted in his business. I'll tell you what that was in just a second, and it's going to massively increase your results because had this one thing been changed, it probably would have cut his refunds from 40% down to 3% or less. Maybe less than that. We've actually had less than 3% refunds over a month where we've done $7 million in sales. That's incredible in this industry. It's because of these ideas. And he also would have had, though, more long-term lovers of his products, and he would have attracted the people he wanted in his business. So I got a question for you today, and that's, what is an internal representation? Well, what it is the way that you reproduce something you're experiencing inside your mind. Through pictures, through words, through self-talk, through feelings, through taste, through smells, and things that are like that. When you're speaking with someone, everything that you're doing is creating certain images and experiences inside of the person's mind, most of which are below your unconscious level of processing because they are deeply embedded in the mind and formed when people are young. What you say will create images and experiences of love, of power, of confidence, of prosperity, of success, of teamwork, of satisfaction. And it can also create images and experiences of a whole bunch of stuff that isn't going to help you and your prospects succeed in the way that you want. Let me give you some examples of things that some people do well with and some people don't do well with yet because maybe, just maybe, they've never decided to pay attention now to what you're saying, your videos, and what you're writing when you're making blog posts. Let's say you've been scammed in the past, but now you're in the right place at the right time and just decided to buy something that you know is going to help you live your dream lifestyle today. When you think of the word scam, what kind of pictures, sounds, and feelings are you going to get inside your mind? Well, not good ones, I imagine, unless you like scams, which probably you don't so much. Nobody likes scams in the world that I've met. Do you really want your prospects thinking about how they weren't happy with any buying decision ever, and now they're watching your video thinking about your products, meditating with the single intention of remembering every single buying experience they've ever had that wasn't wonderfully empowering? Not the most useful thing, and I want you to think about that for just a second as you watch this video. Let me give you two examples. Let's say Bob got scammed, but now he joined a triple recycler and he knows it's just the hottest deal ever. Let's give him two ways of talking about it. As you're watching this video, pay attention to what goes inside your mind as I share these different examples. Pay attention to the feelings inside your body. What most people are doing is they say something like this. They say, hey, my name's Bob and I've been scammed. Scammers are dirtbags. I hate scams. I've been scammed 47 times. Scammers just make me feel dirty inside. When I think of how scammy they are, I get mad. In fact, I'm mad at every product in the whole world. Every scammy product, but this one that I just bought, that you should buy, that's definitely not a scam. I immediately didn't feel scammed anymore. In fact, after I bought it, I felt like I was never going to be scammed again. Buy my product, right? That's kind of funny. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but actually this video, I'm not exaggerating at all. It was actually worse than that. It was like, I've been scammed 25 times or something was the name of it. Now, I want to clear that out, right? Now, clear that feeling, clear your emotions, and I want you to imagine a good decision that you've made. Breathe for a second, clear your state, and now refocus your attention on what I'm about to say. A better way to talk would be this. If you're watching this video, you may have been frustrated before. Maybe you even got scammed like I did, but I discovered a better way, and I learned. I realized that most people who market every day have good intentions and a good heart, that they want you to succeed really bad. Some of them just don't know how to do it. What I learned is that I can give real value. I can help people get what they want. I can help you get what you want. I can help you feel good about getting people to buy because you're selling something that gives them more value than they're paying. After I learned a secret that I'm about to share with you as you put your name and email in the form below this video, I started making decisions and being introduced to mentors that changed my destiny. They changed everything in my life. They empowered me and they helped me create a life that seems magical. I've learned a process that you can use to be in the right place at the right time, and you can start doing it today, now. You may actually start having so much success that you'll forget about ever being scammed like I did, and you'll only remember empowering decisions like being in the right place at the right time, right before an exponential explosion from this day forward. That's what I decided to do. And I'll teach you how if you buy our system today. So what are the differences between those two? They're just short examples, right? They're not perfect sales scripts, and they're not real, not either of them are real, right? But did you notice how in the first example, how you can't help but associate Bob's product with a scam because he's talking about his product in that context? How about, did you notice how in the second paragraph, you would literally have to stop and focus on something that made you feel in a certain way in order to do anything but feel good as you make a decision to buy? That example may or may not make sense to you, but I'd encourage you to start paying attention to the kind of images that you're creating inside of people's heads. Actually, when I'm reviewing a sales script, this is the thing that is the most important thing I'm nitpicky about, is I will not create internal representations that I don't want. I make mistakes, and none of my videos are perfect, and sometimes a little off the chain, but this is the most important thing for me, is the order and framing of language. So back to the guy in the video that I was talking to you about a little bit earlier. An hour and a half straight about how everyone online has tried to scam you but this guy, right? What was in your mind as you're watching that? You know what I ended up thinking? I ended up thinking, as I'm laughing out loud, I'm hysterically, probably the same thing that you would think. I didn't decide to buy that day. I actually took about 5 pages of notes on different kinds of language to avoid while I make my sales videos, because it was a really entertaining video. He could have spent the same time, the same amount of humor talking about his mentors, his great relationship, his powerful contacts, the people he's in business with, great products he's decided to buy that were worth it, good purchase experiences, being in the right place at the right time, the dream of the product, negating only the negative experiences with learnings by using the word but. Because if you do create an internal representation that's negative, what you want to do is you want to negate it afterwards. For example, you could say, I've been scammed, but since then and because of that, I've learned a better way. And that's the better way I'm going to teach you, so you can always buy things that are going to create value for you and help you get results. So you want to create associations with yourself that will help people get results and actually change their perspective to something powerful, something wonderful, something inspiring, something mesmerizing. One last story. So a friend of mine loves to write negative drama in his blog posts. He loves to talk about getting scammed. He loves to talk about scammers online. Guess who reads his blog? And people who like creating negative internal representations as it relates to buying stuff on the internet, and people who feel like they've been scammed and are mad and want to comment and engage with his stuff. This includes people who complain a lot, people who have a lot of problems, people who don't have a lot of money to buy, people who feel like blaming the world for everything, people who are paranoid about everything. Mostly, it includes lots of people who don't buy stuff, and especially don't buy a lot of stuff. Guess who doesn't read his blog? People who are positive all the time, people who have resolved the issues in their past, people who have lots and lots of money to buy lots of stuff, people who take responsibility for everything in their world, people who are confident in their decisions and feel happy about their life, people who buy lots and lots of stuff and love you for being the one who sold them. Which kind of person would you want on your site? So in the Empower Network, we aim to attract category 2. Keep tuning into this daily shortcut episodes, and you're going to see what I mean as you pay attention to what kind of images form in your mind as you come back, and does it make you feel inspired. The Daily Shortcut shares inspirational, motivational, and valuable content that forms positive internal representations and associations inside your mind and body and heart as often as possible, and that cementing of positive associations over a period of time will actually change you, even if you're not aware of just changing as you watch. This is actually an art and a skill, and not something you're going to master in a day. It's just something that's useful if you pay attention to it from this moment forward. And as you master learning the skills of creating images, feelings, tastes, smells, associations in other people's heads that will help them get the result that they actually want, there's an interesting thing that's going to happen to you. You literally can't do that without also creating the representations in your head of what you want. Pay attention now as you're realizing you're in the right place at the right time, making the right decision and leading you to the places that you can't even imagine right now, although soon you'll see them with your own eyes. You'll feel them with your own hands, with your heart. You'll hear them with your ears. And I'll be there with you, congratulating you as you now step onto the stage of your future. If you're ready to lock arms and reap the benefits of the Daily Shortcut, join me on the path of creating the change in the marketplace that will completely revolutionize people's lives, mind, body, spirit, and marketing. And I'm going to help you create a better business while improving and developing yourself by applying these principles. And so to do that, I've prepared 3 powerful bonus shortcuts to help you attract wealth faster while reinforcing the concepts that you learned in today's episode. So here's what I want you to do right now. If you scroll down on the page, you're going to notice there's a place to put in your contact information. I don't want you to do that quite yet. First, write a detailed comment about what you learned, because if you do, you can actually win a free book. You can win a prize just by being the best comment of the day. I want to know what you learned, what your breakthrough was, and what you're going to change now in your business. The most important thing is the decision you made today. What decision did you make watching this episode? So scroll down, write as detailed as you can, a paragraph, a page. The more you write, the better. And then scroll back up, put in your information, click Give Me the Total Shortcut, and meet me on the next page. And here's what I've got for you there. Number 1, you're going to get an audio of today's show. It's free. I want to give that to you because if you cement these internal representations inside your mind and heart each day by listening again and again, it'll create automatic, powerful associations inside your mind and body that are going to revolutionize and change the way that you look at and interact with the world. And it's going to make you more money and help you be more blessed and prosperous in the process. The next thing that you're going to get is a written transcription of this entire episode with a workbook, because reading and writing the same content will create a different kind of learning in your mind and body. And so I want you to download that transcription on the next page. And as you're downloading it and reading it, I want you to focus on the internal representations and the learnings and pay attention to what you're doing in your business and marketing and your personal relationships. What kind of representations and images are you creating in your communication? Remember, the meaning of your communication is not what you say. The meaning of your communication is the result that you get, meaning the result inside the other person's mind and body. And so right now, put in your information, click Give Me the Daily Shortcut, download those 2 bonuses, and I've got a third. And what's that? You can get access right now. You can set up a trial account for the Total Shortcut system. You can actually be a part of these daily shows while you make money with us. You capture all the leads inside of our own lead software, everything that you need to build a business inside of one place. And let's grow together while I help you create transformational wealth and prosperity in your life. And come back, most importantly, to the next episode, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and I'll see you on the beaches of the world. My friend, I'm Dave Wood, and I will see you in the next episode. I appreciate you, and I am here to empower you to prosper.